What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. So, of course, reports from Keith Downie this morning saying that the deal for Marc Guéhi is edging closer to reaching an agreement. He's saying there is a cautious optimism. A deal could be struck by the weekend, with Palace privately accepting it would be beneficial to cash in on Guehi now, whilst his value is high. Further talks were held over the last 24 hours. A package of 65 mil plus add-ons is likely to see a deal struck, is what Keith Downie is saying. This would represent a club record fee for Newcastle as well. And of course, Newcastle continue to look at alternative options as well. Like I was talking in the video yesterday about Tapsoba and Disasi. Also, my personal one, what I put in as well, of Diomande from Sporting Lisbon. So this is just in case, the Guehi deal does fail to go through. But it looks like we are sort of turning a point now where we might be able to get that deal done with Palace for Marc Guéhi. Like Keith Downie said, it would be represent a club record fee for Newcastle United. It's 65 mil plus add-ons. That's probably going to take it to around the 70 million mark, is what I've seen quoted quite a few times around so far for this deal. So, to be honest, if we can get him, that would be great, because this is our main target. This is what we've been looking for. Marc Guéhi to come in at that right centre-back position. We desperately need him in as well, with Fabian Shaw picking up that red card on the opening day, which he shouldn't have got, in my honest opinion. It should have been at least probably a yellow for both players. Or maybe even, Barrington Diaz seeing a red card for his play acting. But we'll move away from that. Obviously, we need to get Marc Guéhi in. We need to get a right-sided centre-back in. Guehi is the one that we've been targeting all windows, so if we can get him in, that would be great. As Keith Downie said here, there could be a chance to strike the deal before the weekend, or by the weekend. And then, of course, there is reports that have come out today of Kieran Trippier from David Ornstein. Of course, Ornstein coming out and saying Trippier wants to leave Newcastle before the summer market closes. Everton are among the suitors wanting to bring Trippier in on a loan, of course, and he's contracted until 2026, but he is seeking regular first team action elsewhere. He's wanting to play regular first team games, obviously. I don't know if he's going to get that with us this season. Of course, with Tino Livramento there, we've got, Crafu as well, Emil Kraft still there as well. So obviously Trippier would be ahead of Kraft, but would he be ahead of Tino Livramento? Probably not, because Tino Livramento is younger. He was brought in to be the replacement for Kieran Trippier when Kieran Trippier moves on. And it looks like, Kieran Trippier, according to David Ornstein, Kieran Trippier is wanting to move on for the regular first team action elsewhere. That would mean that he would end up going either on a loan or permanent move, probably a permanent move. I couldn't see, Newcastle wanting to move him out on a loan to somebody else in the Premier League. So it's probably going to be a permanent move to a team maybe in the Premier League, or a permanent move over to Saudi Arabia, as we have seen mentioned quite a bit. And we have seen him take many a flight out to Dubai and Saudi Arabia of late as well. So maybe there could be something in that, and maybe, they could see Kieran Trippier make the move out to the Middle East. But it's all coming off of what David Ornstein's saying on it, so we'll have to wait, see how things pan out, and see, what comes about it. But that is the news for today regarding, the Kieran Trippier news from David Ornstein, and the Marc Guéhi update from Keith Downie as well. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. How are the lads?